Hey guys, it's Marty from Two Line Slot Cars. Today's video, I'm going to talk a little bit about controllers. My last video was about controllers. It was about Carrera controllers and true speed controllers, and I have a mixture of wireless and wired. And talked a little bit about some of the things that you're limited by having wireless. You can either go all 6 of your controllers on Carrera Digital with wireless, or you can go 4 wireless and 2 wired, but you cannot go 2 wireless and 4 wired. So you just have to kind of do some planning. But right now I can run 5 cars on my Carrera Digital track, and we've not had a race night where we've had more than 5 people racing at once. So it's worked out just fine. But I think my solution is probably to order another set of Carrera wireless, because the wireless is it is really pretty convenient. So, but one of the comments, somebody asked about if I was able to extend the wired controllers, because my table is 8 foot by 20 feet. And if you don't have marshals, it's kind of tough to be all cramped around the computer with your wired controllers and be spread out enough to be able to marshal the track at the same time that you race. And I know you should have marshals, but you know, my club, if that's what you want to call it, is not big enough at this point. Usually we have 3 to 5 people racing at once. I've not had a race night that's bigger than that. So it really hasn't come into play where we have people who are racing, people who are marshaling around the track. So it is what it is. But I did extend some of my Carrera or my True Speed controllers. And so that's what we're going to touch on this. Somebody asked that question in my comments. My channel is really focused on the new person beginning in the slot car hobby. And so we're going to talk about it. So what you need is a phone line cord. This is a 15-foot. Bought this at Lowe's. I think it was about, $6 for 15 feet. And you can do this a couple of ways. You could buy some bulk cable and buy, the extension little stick-on boxes and wire that into your locations, which I think that's what I will eventually do. But right now I temporarily ran a few extensions. My buddy John Mark likes to be on one end. He's got a place for his cars, and he's in that corner where we do have some problems going out off the track. We do run magnets, so we're running pretty quick. We're getting better at driving, so we have to do less marshaling, but we still have issues. Anytime we get real racy, sometimes it's hard to let out on that throttle. So John Mark likes to be on that end. My dad, when he comes, my dad had a fall just before Christmas, broke his leg in a couple places, fell out of the attic, broke his jaw in a couple places, and so he's recovering. And slot car is something that he can do. He can do sitting down. And so I ran a cable to that end of the table, the opposite end of the table, because it's a little elevated the way my floor is in my basement. And it allows him a little better vantage point of the track. He can see the whole track from that space, and it's really kind of convenient. So get you an extension cord, phone extension cord, and then get this coupler. So you take a coupler, and what can happen is the extension, this end is a little different than the end that comes on the end of Carrera Digitals. So the little tab that plugs in, I don't know if you can see this. Let me see if I can get it to focus on the tab. Maybe. Get close. Anyway, this tab is offset on the digital controllers. And so it doesn't fit exactly into the coupler. So, but there's a little trick. Now, the regular extension, it will actually fit into the offset. Now, it doesn't lock in, but it's nice and snug, and it fits right into the computer, the digital Carrera computer. So you can plug in on that end, no problems, no modifications, no nothing, because I did not want to cut the ends off of my controllers. So I could have, if I wanted to, and rewire them, but I did not want to do that. So what you can do with this coupler, and let me switch camera angles so you can actually see what I'm doing here. So what I was able to do is take a razor knife, just your standard razor blade knife, and on the right side, so if you look at this, on this side, because of the way this is offset, if you shave a little bit of the plastic, you can actually put this in, and it'll fit nice and snug into that coupler without any modification. The only thing you have to modify is you just take your razor knife and you come in here and you cut that plastic back just slightly so it makes room on that side of the coupler. So it makes room on that side of the coupler for the digital end to go in. Pretty simple. So now that'll fit. You could always put a little dab of glue right here to hold that in so that it doesn't come off. But if you do a good job of shaving that off, it will actually stay in there nice and snug. Then plug your extension into this side and run this extension wherever you need to run it on your table. And then the other end would go right into the computer. So hopefully that makes sense. Coupler, right into the coupler, snaps in this end, run your extension to the digital Carrera computer. That end of the extension will plug in without any problems, fits nice and snug, and just staple it with a staple gun up underneath. Just make sure you don't staple through. I ruined a cable because I stapled through it on accident and I had to buy another one. It cost me $7. Easy mistake. That's how you extend some wired controllers so you can spread out a little bit, and it makes it easier to marshal your track. And with COVID and those kind of things, we were able to spread out a little bit, stay safer, give each other a little bit more room around my table, since my table is big enough that I've got 20 feet of front stretch. So it made it nice to be able to spread out a little bit. So that's pretty simple, easy, do it yourself. Extension for your controller, your digital controllers on Carrera Digital Track. So if you like this kind of content, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell so you get notified when I have more videos out, and hit the like button, because that helps more people who are like you, who want this type of content. It will help that this video get in their feed and they have a chance of watching it. So exciting things happened this week. I topped 500 subscribers. When I started this channel, I had about 50 subscribers, I think, on my channel. I was doing all kinds of other things on my channel, but since I started focusing on slot cars and new beginner slot car hobbyists videos, you guys have really done an amazing job of jumping in and subscribing to my channel. So I can't thank you enough. So here's to the next 500 subscribers. But I really appreciate it, guys. I hope you enjoy this hobby as much as I'm enjoying it. We actually haven't had a chance to race for a couple weeks, so I'm really missing it. So hopefully this week, some of my guys, we can get together and race some cars and have some fun. So I hope you're having fun with your slot car track at your home or at your local club. Guys, thanks for watching and have fun racing.